Even though he has not always been protected, he's always been a protector.
Broken people saw that signal and done what they thought they needed to do to the request that I was making, and they just chose improperly.
He never told me nothing. I knew nothing about it.
I feel like everyone in my family, in some form or way, has been fondled or molested or raped in some form or fashion.
I couldn't understand how God was in me because I was that.
There was tolerated versus celebrated.
There's a wrong way and right way to do everything, and Larry always seemed to choose the wrong way.
Yes, I was drugged and raped, and that happened when I was 17 years old. Misfits have an ability to stick out. But if the misfit accept that they absolutely cannot fit in, then they become someone with an X factor.
Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the MBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Track Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus. Join with people from around the world praying 15 minutes every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 667-770-1402, code 974-8029 #. Church Critic by Dr. Larry D. Reid. An examination of the Larry Reid Live show perspective. Purchase a copy today by logging on to LarryReidLive.com. That's LarryReidLive.com. Patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Let me tell you why you should join. You will gain access to master level teaching and coaching, which includes Sunday morning prayer calls with Dr. Reid, Wednesday night breakdown with Dr. Reid, the prophets and care pastors, divine partnerships and networking with a like-minded community, exclusive content, which includes daily posts ranging in topics that are too expansive to share on Dr. Reid's public platform, including money, health and wellness, entrepreneurship, relationships, prophecy, prayer, and more. Become a member today by logging on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live today. Stay connected to Larry Reid Live. Take a moment and like the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube page, and hit the bell. Text LRL to 404-999-7527. That's the words LRL to 404-999-7527. And get notified when we go live. Become a member of Patreon. Log on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Sign up, then download the Patreon app and turn on your notifications. Get connected today. Patreon.com/Larry Reid Live. Let me tell you why you should join. You will gain access to master level teaching and coaching, which includes Sunday morning prayer calls with Dr. Reid, Wednesday night breakdown with Dr. Reid, the prophets and care pastors, divine partnerships and networking with a like-minded community, exclusive content, which includes daily posts ranging in topics that are too expansive to share on Dr. Reid's public platform, including money, health and wellness, entrepreneurship, relationships, prophecy, prayer, and more. Become a member today by logging on to patreon.com/Larry Reid Live today.
We're about to have a conversation. right, welcome to Larry Reid Live. And on tonight, I have a special guest. You know, whenever you see us in the soundstage studio, that means I have a very important person that is with us. And tonight, we have one of the most beautiful and funny women on the internet and in the gospel community. Her audience doesn't stop there. But we birthed her, the church. And she is one of the most beautiful women on the internet that represent our community, which is very important because some of y'all's too big. All these necks and these stomachs, and then you don't do makeup, but she got makeup and she would tell you how to get your skin to match the powder that you putting on your face. You got that black streak across your face, and that ain't the color that you is. So she can help you with that as well. And when it comes to funny, she's the queen of funny in the gospel community. The whole world watched the Holy Ghost enforce us.
Too much.
And now, I am so glad to introduce her to you. And don't forget now, when it comes to singing, one of the baddest sopranos in praise and worship. You are a soprano, ain't you?
I'm an alto.
It sounds like it. You ain't no alto.
I'll do alto all day.
You know, they say alto is where the lazy sopranos go. So this
that is true. Oh, that's true. Oh, that's true. Oh, that's true. What's up, y'all?
I introduce to you Lexi Allen.
What a great introduction.
Well, it's the truth. This is what I know about you and what I have found to be true. And then meeting you.
Yeah.
You know, this is like our second or third time meeting face to face.
And hey, man. I have no words. I have no words. This guy is full of surprises. Let's start with that. So he puts me up in this hotel that is second to none. And you know, I'm used to nice things. Right. But this right here, and I said, Larry, I'm not sleeping with you. That's the first thing. And I meant that.
She did say
I said this hotel, he's gonna want something, and I'm not doing it. I'm not touching nothing. I'm not doing anything. So I just want to make that clear, so that after this is over, if you touch me inappropriately, I'll let you, because I kind of owe you. I'm staying good. I ate real good. So I just go ahead. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and touch it.
We have to talk about this.
Just go ahead and touch it.
I'm not doing that.
Okay, you sure? Okay.
Okay, but you know, we're going to talk about that too, because when I first met you at the Word Network, I had my assistant was with me then at the time, was Vincent. And that was the topic of conversation.
What?
We weren't listening to anything you were asking on the stage. You were talking about God and really in your spiritual stuff.
Yeah.
We were saying, how is that sitting on her back securely?
That's so stupid.
It is amazing. You guys, I'm looking at it in person. Now, is it real?
It's so real.
It's yours.
It's ever so real.
You know,
It's so real. They called me Booty in high school.
They did.
So it was me and my best friend. They called her, she was way a lot. Right. So they called her Titty and they called me Booty. And I'm serious, like we got shirts.
And booty.
I had Booty on the back of my shirt and she had Titty on the back of hers when we would walk around. It's a true story.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That was in Detroit.
Yeah.
You're originally from Detroit.
I'm from Ohio.
Okay.
Columbus, Ohio, born and raised, and a couple of years in Toledo, and then moved to Detroit when I was like 23.
Okay.
Fred Hammond is the reason why I'm in Detroit.
Okay, explain that.
Yeah, I was singing background for Gerald Levert. And I didn't know what to do. Gerald kept putting my solo album on hold. And I was tired of that. He was putting Men at Large in front of me. The Rude Boys were already out. So I was part of the camp and I was singing background for Gerald.
Never knew that.
While I was in college.
Wow.
And so he said that he was going to do a solo album on me. And it just kept getting pushed back. And so finally, I called Fred and I said, I am so tired of Gerald, pushing me back. He said, well, why don't you come to Detroit? I'm starting a new choir called Radical for Christ. I said, what? Whoa. What are you calling it? Radical for Christ. Pfft, that's a dumb name. So that was that. And I moved he said, I've already talked to Kim. You can come live with us. I said, well, just give me 90 days. I'll find my own apartment. I stayed with him, worked at a flower shop. And
Lexi.
yeah, helped
I
him.
knew none of that.
I'm on the first album because I sang on Fred's solo album when he left commission, when he did his solo project.
Right.
We had a song called Grace for Me Every Day. Great song. And so I lived with him and Kim and got my own place, helped him start Radical for Christ, and I've been there ever since.
Okay, now that I'm a little thrown because I usually make sure that I know what I need to know.
Yeah.
But that ain't on the internet nowhere.
No, it's not going to be.
Wow, I did not know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And Fred, I'm able to speak with him when I need to.
Yeah.
Fred is good that he done that for you.
Yeah.
Now I got to find out what he done for his daughter because that's looking crazy.
Well, that's just all,
Family stuff?
That's just family stuff. It happens. And, I don't know the situation, but growing up, him and Bree were very, very,
close.
very, very tight.
I can imagine being a father of two daughters.
Yeah.
That you have those kind of situations. But I think the TV just portrayed it a certain kind of way.
Oh, they're going to do that.
Yeah,
They gonna
because
do that.
I do know like I told the mother of my children is sitting in here.
Yeah.
And I had a discussion. I'm a different kind of parent.
Yeah.
Now she has been the most excellent parent for them younger.
Yeah.
But now that they're older, now they want to speak with me because she told me when we were younger, she said, cause we got together when I was 19 and she was 18.
Okay.
And she said, you're going to be the perfect father for them as they get older. And it's very true.
It's very true.
But this year, I'm not playing with them.
Okay.
And I told them.
You seem lenient, though.
I'm going to hug them and I'm going to be.
No, I'm not talking about the hugging. It seemed like you're going to give too much. Yeah, so there's that. So I picked that all the way up. You're going to give too much. Where see me, I'll put my foot in somebody's tail all day long. And you seem like you give. See, y'all got the wrong impression of this guy. And I think some people might think that you're abrasive because of the way you talk and you talk strong. But you are a puffball.
My heart is big.
Yeah, it is, and I'm seeing that, and I was thrown way off because I come in here and I see the love that you have for your kids. I see the respect that you have for your baby's mom.
Yeah,
and she's shapely. How did you deal with all that?
I loved it when it was my.
But how did you deal with it? Because that's a lot of tail right there. You might need to bring a friend. Call in for help. You got to call somebody for help. Tag team, do something. I don't know.
No. She can tell you how I handled that. Did I handle that?
Did he handle it? Was it all right?
Answer the question.
What happened?
You ain't gonna leave me out here.
You are carrying a lot. And I'm just, when she walked past, I said, Larry, how'd you deal with that? You got to tap out sometimes.
I need for you to answer.
Did the man of God tap out?
He did. No, he didn't tap out.
He didn't tap out.
Okay. Did I handle it proper?
This is so embarrassing.
She's embarrassed. Now she's embarrassed. How could you live with this guy and be embarrassed and think that you've seen it all at this point? Oh
yeah.
my God.
But we had a good time.
Good.
But we didn't get to really enjoy each other because I was pastoring.
Sure.
I started pastoring at 19.
Yeah.
The same year we got married.
Huh.
Yeah, and I pastored the entire length and breadth of our marriage. Yeah.
So you guys are just like really super, super cool. Like,
yeah.
Like,
we still have chemistry, and everybody thinks that we're still fucking.
Okay.
Yeah, but we're not.
Okay.
We're not, but it's just like family. You know, her parents, who are now deceased, were like my second set or third set of parents. And then my parents are like still her second set of parents today. We still have Christmases together and Thanksgiving, you know, so.
So does that get weird when you date someone?
No, she's been dating before. I haven't. We got divorced in 2017. She's dated a few times. It hasn't been weird unless the people are intimidated. Oh, that's not right. I did date. I almost got married. That's right. So I was engaged. So it's only.
How did you forget that?
It's been a long time. I've done that.
You were engaged to somebody?
I was engaged to somebody. And I think I didn't know that she was intimidated by our relationship, but Shamako told me that she would come talk to him. And I know that relationships she's had, they've been intimidated by me.
Really?
But
because y'all too close.
We close.
And it's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's too much. So if I'm trying to get with Larry and you always around with that big old booty walking around here carrying that nigga, I'm sorry, I ain't supposed to say that online. I'm gonna be intimidated too. You're not gonna be around here all the time. And that's that. And I'm putting my foot down. Now we gonna have to the days where you see the kids, but you're not gonna keep bringing that. And she got a small waist and that big old butt, and you're not gonna keep carrying it around my man. It's not gonna happen. Get the old feelings talking about what used to be, nostalgia and all this. Remember when I used to know, ma'am?
We don't have a lot of those conversations when we're by ourselves. When we're not really by ourselves, always the kids.
Okay.
So we know ourselves. Now I will say this. Now she ain't gonna let me say this.
Okay.
We know ourselves good enough. We cannot be in the same space by ourselves for a long, protracted amount of time.
Really? Is that true? Is that true? Is that true?
She won't answer nothing.
I'm leaving.
But is it true?
It's not about me.
Well, it is about you a little bit. It is. Yeah, it is.
Well, let me say that. Let me speak for
So you're still attracted?
Yes. Let me speak for myself.
Okay, speak for yourself.
The way that I'm wired, I'm a hunter.
Oh.
So and she's very like,
yeah, she is. Because she came in here and you did that.
She's a little.
She came in there and she was like, you ain't gonna speak to me?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna speak to me?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then go on then. I said, did? So you ain't gonna speak to me?
Why you say did?
You ain't gonna speak to me? I said, oh, okay.
You know, but because I'm gonna tell you why that is. It's because I treat her right.
Yeah.
And she's not. Let me tell you what happened. When she first moved back into, and this is a conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Larry Live. We're having a conversation with Lexi. Lexi is the original interviewer. Let me say this before I get back to that.
Okay.
Do y'all know that before Larry Live, there was the Lexi Allen show? And she was really the groundbreaker for Larry Live to be able to do what he do. But I'm gonna get back to that.
Okay, we'll
you
get
have
back
to
to
own that, Lexi, because you had some mess on your show.
I did.
Yeah,
Hold on.
No, you told the truth. It was some mess.
First of all, I was offended when you said back in the day you were the Wendy Williams of gospel. No, sir.
That was offensive.
Yeah, it was offensive.
You know, I understand.
Because I wasn't there to to bring out gossip or anything like that. I came looking for information, like when I did a show on the Satanist.
Yes.
Because the church doesn't know what Satanists believe. Yeah. They believe that they worship Satan.
Yes.
That's what I thought.
They worship self.
But they worship self.
Right.
But the church didn't know that until I did the interview with the Satanist, and they realized that we don't.
But let me explain what I mean. Well, not Wendy Williams as, the messy aspect. But Wendy Williams created conversations.
No, that she was messy.
She was.
No. She talked about people. She hurt feelings.
She did.
I never did that.
And you never did that. But what I'm saying is you were groundbreaking.
Okay, I'll take that.
You were definitely groundbreaking.
For sure. Yeah.
And prior to Wendy, we didn't see radio done like that.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
So I won't say that anymore because people say that about me.
Yeah.
I don't mind it.
Yeah.
But
you talked about people.
Hold on for a minute.
No. You would say some
jokes.
Which was hurtful.
I agree, and I will apologize.
Yes, and you was out there and you said you have dogged some people. I never dogged anyone.
But they hit first. You can't hit me first. You can't hit me.
Oh, they hit you first?
Hell yeah!
Really?
That's what Kim Burrell did.
What's she doing?
I don't know if y'all friends.
We're very good friends.
Okay, well I'm gonna tell you this.
What happened?
Kim, first of all, I had a horrible nickname. I almost slipped and just said
Beryl. You see, that's my point. But
see, I don't say that no more.
You don't say it no more.
Oh, I stopped. I went live and said I'm never saying that again.
I'm so glad.
Yes, I did because I realized from another friend that it hurt her feelings.
Oh, it did.
Yes, but see,
not a lot hurts Kim.
That's what they told me. I don't know if they told me that.
Not a lot hurt. No, she didn't.
Well, that's what they told me. So I said, I'm not doing that anymore. So what happened was somebody close to her misinformed her about what I said. Okay. So when she went live to talk about me, I hadn't even said what she said, and that made me
go off.
About it.
I see. I see.
And that's how that happened. She thought I had said to people that she had COVID when she didn't say she had COVID.
Oh.
I said we need to pray because she sounds like she has COVID symptoms, and she had pneumonia when she was a child, and that lung be shut down. And I said that's the problem.
It's the same thing.
I don't think it's the same thing?
It's the same thing.
Okay, well.
You said it sound like she got COVID.
Yeah, it was the symptoms because she said she couldn't breathe and she had to get on a machine. That sounded like COVID to me. And it was in 2020. Everybody was getting COVID. And I know she had been singing and she didn't wear no mask. So that was why we had the little issue.
Okay.
That's it. So I apologize.
Oh, you
for that.
apologize for that.
I did apologize.
Okay.
Now, whatever she does about Rita, I'm going to post it. I'm going to talk about it, but I don't call her names.
Okay.
Let's keep it the way I do my show now.
Okay.
Back then, I was a little, I didn't care about your feelings.
So things have changed.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes.
Really?
A whole lot.
Really?
Yeah, because I would talk like I do off camera.
Okay.
On camera.
Okay.
I'm very opinionated.
Okay. No kidding.
Yeah, and I like to crack jokes.
Yeah.
And so that it would hurt too many people, and I kept having to apologize too much. I said,
okay.
Let me just cut that out.
Let me stop that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can still be funny, but I ain't gotta be funny like that.
Yeah.
But your show though.
Yeah.
You said you weren't messy, but there were some. You weren't messy, but because you like information.
No, I had to go get the information. Like there were people calling themselves bishops, and I did a whole thing on that, right?
That.
Where people were and still are getting the title bishop, and they haven't earned it.
Yeah.
And they're people getting honorary doctorates.
That's true. And going by doctor.
And going back and making you call them doctor.
But it's honorary.
And the school is in an alley, and it's not accredited.
Right.
But they make you call them doctor, and they put it on business cards. It's a mess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so you had to see a lot. That was, there's so much I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Because you saw a lot.
A lot.
Because you worked at the Word Network.
Yeah.
Now, the Word Network, when it came out, was like groundbreaking.
It was groundbreaking, and my late husband, and I did the theme for them because we were doing jingles. We started doing jingles. He was a music producer, God rest his soul. And so we saw that the Word Network didn't have, TBN, when the Shield and this would come together, it would have a sound and a theme between ministries.
That's right.
The Word didn't have that.
Right.
So we created that for them. So we went up to the Word Network and said, hey, I got a song, a little jingle for you that you can play while people are on hold. And here's some music for when you switch ministries. They loved it. And that's how I got in at the Word Network.
When I went there with my single, I first went there with Bloomer. Then I came back later because we were still award nominated at the time. And we sung on Bloomer's show, I think it was. I
got Bloomer at the Word Network.
That's what I was going to say.
That was me.
You end up being very important at the Word Network.
I got Bloomer his show.
So being in that position, you saw everybody that was somebody in gospel music and in the Word ministry.
Sure.
Question.
Yep.
Who was the most impactful off camera that you met? Preacher or gospel artist?
Ooh. Wow. Impactful.
Because a lot of times, as preachers in the pulpit is one thing.
Yeah.
But then out of the pulpit, it's something different. But you were positively impacted by them, who they are, not their gift.
You gotta give me a minute on that one because I've seen so much foolishness that I've seen more foolery than good.
But your show was. Did it inspire your lens on your show? Because on your show, you ask your questions like, "You gonna tell me the truth? Don't give me no."
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I can tell you a couple of guys that I love forever, that I believe in so much. Paul Sylvester Morton, Bishop Morton is one of the most integral men ever. He's the sweetest. He's the most giving, kind, patient, but he won't take no mess.
Right.
And you have to walk the chalk line. He believes in holiness. Right. I love Bishop Morton.
I was going to say about him, I absolutely love, I don't always agree with his views, his tweets, but I do have a high respect. For him, because everybody I know that dealt with him says that.
High respect for Carlton Pearson. That's my dude. He gave me an opportunity when I was doing the Lexi show to come and interview him. But by the time I set it up with him to come and interview, BET had already done their piece on him. So I was like, dang, BET just put their piece out. Yeah. I'm a little nobody with I had to pay for myself to get there because it's my show. The Word wasn't paying nothing.
Right.
So all of this was on my dime. But I went down there and got the interview. I got one cameraman who did the sound and the lights and the cameras. And we got the show. And Carlton told me the way that I edited my show and put it together for him, he got more calls for my show than he did with BET. Did theirs with all their production and all of their stuff, because I asked the questions that they didn't know to ask, because I'm church.
Yeah.
You know, grew up Church of God in Christ, and I asked him the questions, and he said people were calling him that didn't call him before. He said they were calling him, and we became very, very tight. People that had dogged him and put him away, they started calling him and said, I'm sorry because of my show. So Carlton Pearson, then I did another show with, I don't know if you saw that, with Carlton Pearson in front of an audience.
I didn't see that one. Ooh. I didn't see that one.
I did one with just me and him.
I saw that one.
And then I brought him back, and it was Jamal, Bloomer, him, and another theologian, and it was in front of an audience, a huge audience, and Jamal came for him. And it was like, really but Carlton will run circles around you, and he let people
go first,
and he also let them get a couple of licks in, and that I could not do. I ain't gonna let you get no licks on me. No, I'm coming for you, and ain't nobody safe. I'm coming for you, your mama, your kids, your dog, everybody.
Once you come for me, there's no rules. But you know, from being around him and spending time with him, he is authentically and for real a really nice person. It's not fake. It's not. No. He just happens to be a good person who happens to be a preacher.
He's sweet.
He's really, and I don't know if you know this about Bernard Jordan. I always say that about him. He's my mentor, but who he is what's more impactful than his accuracy and prophecy and all of that.
Bernard is hilarious. He was my client on the Word Network. So I would get him his airtime. People don't know that. So I had my shows on the Word Network, but I was head of sales at the Word Network. So if you wanted to get on, you had to go through me. And so, but Jordan Bishop was my client.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So that's how I know him. So he's hilarious to me. Yeah. Don't eat broccoli. Right. Broccoli isn't real. I said, what? What are you talking? What broccoli is? It's, you look it up. And I said, what is a master prophet? What is that? So I had to do an interview with him about master prophet and all that stuff.
Now, one of the interviews, I want to talk about a few of them interviews. Hold on, let me look at my card.
Look at your card. Here we go.
Okay, there are a couple of, I done asked you one, I got, is your ass real? I already asked that.
Huh?
Yeah, I had it up here. I just want to know. You know, for people, haters in the comment section, I'll be over there. Every time it ain't real. When you doing them dresses, when you, not Geek Cosmetics, but if somebody else, you do dresses and stuff.
Yeah.
And you turn around and show your shape and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, Don McClurkin talked about you for being out there doing some of the stuff that you've been doing, particularly the Holy Ghost Enforcers. But we'll get to that.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
You know, like you fake speaking in tongues.
Oh, Donnie, what does Donnie say?
You didn't know he said something that was on the internet.
No, Donnie loves me. He kisses me in my mouth every time he sees me.
That don't mean nothing, because Don McClurkin is two-faced, but I get to that later. Okay, but it's two-faced. The two-faced is going to be... I love this ministry, and I did like him until I met him. But anyway,
Donnie is the greatest person.
Do you?
No, he's really a good guy.
Okay, let me tell you what he said. You tell me somebody good to say this. Okay, he wanted me to meet him. I met him. I brought two guys to the thing. We done everything, you know. We got to the hotel, was in the lobby, was talking. And while we're having a conversation, he said, I'm going to pray that God does not promote you or bless you or your music ministry. He said, because of how you are. He didn't know me. I wasn't doing Larry Live. He didn't know me.
He said
this in front of two people who I mentor. He judged me. And then he said this. He said, well, do you know your Bible? How many books in the Bible? And I'm naming everything that he's saying. I said, who do you think I am? I said, it basically like I needed to be mentored by him. And then he went into a conversation. I only said this in Patreon, but hell, I'm going to say it tonight.
What?
Then he went into a conversation about homosexuality and started saying that one of the guys with me who love puss, I can tell you struggle with homosexuality. And so I brought them so they can meet Big Don McClurkin because they loved them. They left there with no respect for him. Aww. The way he carried on and then invited us to the hotel room I said, I'm not going up to no hotel room with you. You sit here and say all this stuff about homosexuals. And you think I'm one too?
Oh.
So we left. Yeah. And
that was your experience?
Yes, and then I emailed him afterwards and I said, and I told him what I just told you. I said, they lost all respect for you for how you was going on about homosexual as an owner. I said, these guys never been with a man ever in their life. And he said, oh my God, I hate that I done that.
See?
And then he blocked me.
Well, you know.
You didn't have to hit, hold on. He didn't block me immediately. He went live talking about Leandra. Because Leandra had done the Thanksgiving holiday drink thing. And I was on Periscope talking about how we shouldn't throw Leandra away.
That's right.
And then he went live and killed her. So then I went live and said, nigga, you want me to tell everybody what you did?
Oh.
You know? And that's when he blocked me.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get to that was okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're interviewing Lexi Allen, but we are literally just having conversation.
Yoinks. Yoinks. I mean, I've had experiences with artists, and I'm not going to name any names, but I've had some experiences with artists, gospel artists, where I have literally, and those who know, where I've chased them about to beat their whole, and I've had to be restrained. Because I don't do stupid. Right. So I'm always sweet. I'm nice until I'm not. Yeah. I give you everything. I give you the shirt off my. Those who know. Right. But when I've had enough and you went too far because you've mistaken me for someone, I will absolutely beat your tail.
I'm the same way.
And so, and watch this. And those same people, I am like this with now. Yeah. Because people make mistakes. They do. I'm being like real, and I ain't trying to come on here and say, but people that I'm very, very close to, now, sometimes it didn't always start off that way. Yeah. And some people are just, they don't know what to say, and some people are just weird.
Yeah, I don't hold it over, there's some other people I can name, but as relates to Donnie, since I said his name, I don't discount his gifting. Sure. And I mean, how can you? Sure. But I'm very honest with myself. I can't deal with anyone that has different faces. And in my opinion, I understand. In my dealing with him, it's too church motherly.
I understand.
And I can't take the nice nasty. Just still deal with me straight.
I understand.
And that's that. I don't hate on.
I understand.
If we ever had a conversation, of course I want to squash and talk about and be fine. That's Donald Clark, and his music is the soundtrack of our soul. If you grew up in the church, absolutely. So I don't hate on. Yeah. But I said what I said.
I understand.
Okay, so okay, well,
moving on.
Okay, another question I want to talking about the Lexi Allen show. Yes. Which was a groundbreaking show. Okay. Lexi, it was. Really, I know where you're going. Do you really think it? Do you not know it was groundbreaking?
Okay.
We never saw that. Not in the gospel community. I know. You couldn't do it.
That's why I did it. And that's why I paid my money to do it. Right. Yeah, the little money I had. Again, everything I did was with one cameraman. That's how I met Tyrese. I had a show with where I interviewed Tyrese, but I don't think I ever aired it because he was a jerk.
Well, yeah, I think he has a mental.
He was a jerk. Yeah. He was, and I can't say it like I want to. Right. But he, and I don't think I went and got the interview, and I didn't even air it. He was
one I wish I hadn't aired or ever had. It comes on the intro of the show. Is Ty Tribbett. I love Ty Tribbett.
I love Ty Tribbett.
But he's the only person I ever interviewed where he wasn't open to me. I think because of how people talk about me, he thought I was kind of trying to set him up.
Sure, absolutely.
And I'm like, do you think I would pay you, fly you down to come here and then do that to you? Yeah. But I wouldn't do that.
But he don't know that.
But he had people around him that know that.
Okay, he doesn't know you.
You're right.
And as much as, I think I know you, we're not like friends. So, but because of who I am,
it didn't
nigga, I don't care what you ask me. Let's go. But that's me. Ty has more to lose as far as him pastoring. Yeah. He has a huge ministry, and he just did. When you don't want things to go sideways.
I would have never did that to him.
Well, he doesn't know that,
and so it kept us from having good conversation.
And your reputation from the past got you that.
Yeah, I got that.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I said what I said.
Okay.
I did not like, that was the only
It was
interview.
like a little barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like openness.
Yeah, they're not going to give you that because they don't know the new you.
Right. And so what happened was Vicky Weiner was in the audience.
Yeah.
And so she stood up in the interview and said, can I say something? Because she was trying to get him to go there.
Okay.
And that didn't work.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
he just let it go. But on that same stage, I had Tamar, Yolanda Adams. What else did I have up there? I had Deidre Hatton.
Okay.
Lee Andrews.
Okay.
The best conversation.
That's good.
I wasn't even going to ask those questions about what everybody wanted to know. I was going to talk, but and Vicky herself.
Yeah.
I did not ask these people to go. They went there. Deidre went right to talk about his infidelity.
Wow.
Leandra went right to talk about. I said, oh.
Wow.
They I guess they just could discern who I was.
Yeah.
And they just dumped.
I love it.
But it was great conversation.
Good.
I really enjoyed it.
Doesn't make him a bad person.
No, it doesn't.
Though,
I
right?
just went and paid my money to go see him perform.
See, well, that's good.
And they said he called my name. He said he called my name from the. But I didn't hear on paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah, and so that. But I there's no animosity.
Good.
There. It just wasn't my most favorite interview.
Okay.
I would like probably to do it again now that he knows.
Yeah.
And Braid ain't even like that. Let's just
sure.
have a conversation. Cause I enjoy his gift. Now your interviews.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There's a couple I want to talk about.
Oh, here we go.
2.
All right.
Number 1.
Yes. Oh, he's fat back now. What?
Is Brian Karn.
Yes.
Now, you challenged him.
That was on the same stage of Carlton Pearson. Same night. Same audience.
Yeah, I hadn't seen that.
Okay.
And you like, well, prophesy to me right now then,
Yeah, sure.
And then he went to prophesy. And then you've been...
Because Karn was arrogant.
Okay.
When I met Karn, I met him at a Church of God in Christ convocation. Mm-hmm. And I'm walking through, he's walking through, and somebody says, this is Lexi, meet Brian Karn. I didn't know the guy. Mm-hmm. And I said, hey, he looked like a little kid to me. Right. I was like, hey, how you doing? And he was like, yes. Are you Church of God in Christ? I said, yeah, I grew up Church of God in Christ. So do you know anything about Bishop Mason? I said, who's this nigga? I said, who are you? What's I don't understand. And he kind of just said some flip off arrogant stuff, and I walked off because I didn't understand. Mm-hmm. And then later on, he became this big deal.
Yeah, he did. So
that's why I brought him on the show, because he was a big deal to everybody else. Yeah. So then I brought him on. So okay, prophesy. Mm-hmm. So who are you? Because I didn't understand the phenomenon that he was.
Yeah, and when I first started talking about him, mm-hmm. I felt that he didn't love people. And that he was arrogant as well. Mm-hmm. So when I reviewed whatever he did, I didn't hold anything back. I called names and everything. Mm-hmm. But I ended up speaking with him and meeting him, mm-hmm. and I didn't get any of that arrogance. Mm. But I explained to him how you're viewed and how you operate in the pulpit. It looks that you are this person. That's why people do, anytime you mess up, people are going to kill you.
For sure.
Especially how he is.
Yeah.
So I understand that.
Well, he came for Leandria, so.
Oh, that was another thing.
He came for Leandria. He tried to shut her down. He made calls so that other pastors wouldn't bring her in. Mm-hmm. And I never understood that. Right. If you don't like that someone was drinking and on Periscope. Social media, mm-hmm. Periscope at the time, mm-hmm. Drunk or whatever. Yeah. Why call other preachers mm-hmm. and say don't bring her in? Mm-hmm. Just let her figure it out. What's that got to do with you? You don't even know her. Yeah. So that's what, and then he went to say on a lot of gospel artists aren't saved. And he went on this rant about who's saved and who's not. Yeah. Come on, buddy. Come on, pal. Yeah. Let's not talk about the things that you've done. Yeah. That's where it rubbed me the wrong way, because let's not judge people when we've all done wrong.
Isn't it interesting now? His message has totally changed.
Is it now?
It has.
Is it?
It has.
Is it?
It is grace.
Yeah.
Grace.
What got us there? What got us there? What got us to grace? See, you know what gets you to grace real soon?
What?
A nice teaspoon, a tablespoon of sin. A good heaping, helping glass of hot boiling sin will get you there. Yeah, it'll get you to grace.
Yeah. So
Is that your buddy? Your friends?
I won't say friends.
Yeah.
But I do understand. I do understand.
No, because you tiptoeing now.
Hold on.
It's like you soft shoeing. You done put some sand down. And
No.
This nigga on Broadway.
I just understand. If I can understand, even if it's confusing, if I can understand it, I can't have a lot
How
of
do you explain when he had the same prophecy as the witch?
Oh, now we had that.
How do you explain that? It was word for word that the white lady was saying, my friend. Don't touch me. How do you explain that?
There's no explanation for that. And he can't give me an explanation for that.
So what did he say?
The only thing he says is, the witch copied me.
That's not true.
That's what.
YouTube is time-stamped.
I know, but
she put hers out a year before.
That is the only thing that I've ever asked him, and I can't get what I believe to be the truth.
That's not true.
That's what he said. He stands, but last time I asked him, it has been like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. He stands by that.
Of course you're going to why not stand on it?
But there's other things he shared privately that he didn't have to tell me.
Yeah.
That makes me, several times.
Yeah.
They say, okay, but that, he stands by that.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So I can't say I don't hate Brian Carn.
I don't hate him either. I just don't believe in him. I don't hate anybody. I like everybody. Honestly, I get along with everybody. Right. I just don't believe it. And here's the thing: I believe that he has a gift. Yes. I do. I believe that he has a gift. But I believe that he's been over into something else.
Okay, I can go with that.
He gets over in the flesh a little bit. And
I agree with that.
And gets that money. Let's get that money.
I agree with he can go over flesh.
Yeah, you start in the spirit because God is not. He's not gonna. He gives gifts and not. He doesn't repent for giving those gifts. So he'll give the gifts, but you can take the gift and then after the gift is gone, and then you just go on in the flesh because now you've learned how to read people. So then that makes you nothing more than a snake oil salesman because now you've moved over into looking at people and you'll say a word and the gift of grace. Grace says that, and there's this saying and all of a sudden you'll see people and when you get a look and they get a look, then to go deeper in that area. It's,
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, I know.
I do agree with that. But people get on me about John Gray as well because I was hard on John Gray. But then I met him, I spoke to him, he explained himself. So how can I can't be... I still believe what I believe, but I can't be because I understand what you're dealing with. And that's the same way with Brian.
Yeah.
I understand what is going on. That doesn't mean when you do wrong, I'm not going to get on my platform and call you out if it comes out. I want to talk about what is public. So
John Gray used to sleep on my floor and eat all my food. John Gray tells it. He would come, we're both from Ohio. And so when I got married, John was just getting started. He was doing stuff in white churches and going there and doing his comedian thing. John was a comedian.
He can sing too.
Yeah. And so he would come to my house and we would write songs together. He would stay with me for a couple of weeks. Wow. He would sleep on my couch, eat all my food up. And we did this for years. Yeah. Wow. All the time. Yeah.
But I got to know him and he was very honest. So I'm just going to say that.
That's John.
Very honest. So I'm like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
I don't approve of this, don't approve of that. Like he would say the same thing about me, but what I do, but I understand.
Yeah.
And so I can't, and right now, he's in recovery, he's in counseling, he's doing well, him and his wife are working on stuff.
Yeah.
So why would I not support that?
Sure.
And people want me to just stay mad.
Yeah.
But he's repenting of that. Yeah. So I'm going to hold something over somebody.
Avenger ain't mad, so what y'all mad at?
So I ain't going to say she ain't mad.
She ain't
but
mad
she's still
no
there.
More. Yeah, she's still there. She ain't mad no more. She ain't mad no more. She ain't mad no more. Yeah.
But he messed up again, though. I think she ain't gonna play with it.
He ain't gonna do that. He ain't gonna do it.
Exactly. Okay, so it's the Brian Carn. I always want to ask that.
Yeah.
And you don't mind going live and talking about him too. Now there is one that I want to discuss, and I ain't gonna talk the rest of them. B. Slade.
Yeah.
And let me tell you why I want to
B. Slade.
B. Slade,
Tone. Yeah.
The reason why I want to discuss that, 'cause you may know him better than me. He produced a song for me called I Feature. Hot.
Really?
Nobody else could. I gave it to 3 or 4 producers. But see, when I write a song, I write it from top to bottom.
Okay.
I know what I want it to sound like.
Okay.
And he was the only one who can do it. He did excellent
Did he?
with the song.
Okay.
Gave it exactly. I flew to California to his studio in his home and worked on it. Great.
Okay.
However, somehow or another, we just got off. Now, according to him,
You said you got what?
we
what
got
happened?
off.
Why?
Okay, now according to him,
Wait, when was this? When
this
did
was
he,
in 2017.
that he produced a song for you?
Right, 16. He
And
produced
so
it.
everything was good in
all the
2016.
way up until like 2020.
Okay.
What ended up happening was I made a statement when the Darryl Walls boy ended up, sorry for saying boy, I know he's a man, but when he got caught kissing his lover on IG and how I saw Erica Campbell, all the different people in the comment section, consoling him.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it was awesome. I
Yeah.
thought it was great.
Yeah.
And so I mentioned, I said, look, y'all owe B. Slade an apology. And I don't know, me saying that triggers something. I don't know, somebody, he went live on IG. My baby mama told me what he said. I'm like, he gonna do that to me? So I went live and I dragged.
But I thought that was taken up for him.
I was taking up for him. That's
That
the
statement
thing.
was taken up for him.
Yes.
Y'all owe B. Slade an apology because the church.
I said it over.
So how could he take that wrong?
I do not know what happened. I just know what he said because it was in video, and I couldn't make any sense of it. So I've tried to bring peace after that, and that's when I tried to work with him, get peace. I said, "Oh, you are a certain kind of person." But see, I didn't know that. But one of the things we discussed in the studio was you.
Of course.
And I always wanted to know from your standpoint what happened, because he blames you as the reason why that the church spit him out and he lost.
Yeah, he likes to talk about me. So I had a show, the Lexi Show, and Tone and I were very good friends.
Wow.
And Tone, we were such good friends that when he got married to Yvette, they got married to my song.
Wow.
That was on my album.
Didn't know that. Lord,
it was called Love Enough. We can have love on a summer's day. And Tone was like, oh my God, I just love that song. They got married to that song.
Wow.
And so
that's not no alto note. Altos don't start there.
You're right.
They don't start there.
I'm a lazy soprano.
Right.
So there's that. And so love Tone. Tone loved me.
Right.
But Tone started doing stuff, and he started wearing boas.
Right.
And at the time, this was 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And you can't wear a boa.
Yeah.
And a boa is that furry thing that you throw, around your, and it's feminine, and he was putting lollipops, like a candy lollipop, on his rings, and wearing eyeliner and wearing a bob in his videos, and shaking the bob, and so it was getting feminine, and so a lot of pastors stopped bringing him in, and
that was before the show.
That was before my show, and so when he came on when I asked him to be on the show. Honestly, this was me trying to help him. So what I said was, and people don't know this, I was trying to make sure that his money didn't dry up.
Yeah.
And so what I said was, listen, I'm going to bring you on my show. I'm going to ask you about the makeup and the bobs. And I need you to get your money.
Yeah.
I'm going to set you up to win.
Yeah.
That was our conversation.
But see, I know enough about you to know you absolutely said that.
I said, I'm going to set you up to win. Get your money. And he said, okay. I've never done that to any of my guests ever. Never. But he was my boy, and I saw money flying out.
Yeah.
And so we get in there, and we're talking, and I asked him, I said, so, there's a lot of controversy about, you're wearing makeup, and you're doing this, and you're that. So do you... I forgot my wording. Do you, are you, I said, are you homosexual?
Attracted to men.
Attracted to men.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing that they think that you are. What do you say to that?
I remember that show.
And he said something, I forgot what he said. Something like, well, what do you mean? I said, oh, wait, no. In my mind, I was like, no. No, that's not how we talked about it. You're supposed to say no. You're supposed to say no and move on.
Yeah.
Get your money. He was like, what do you mean? He started playing the game in my face. And so I said, and so I start stuttering, and I said, and I did my head like this, and you'd be watching because it's on YouTube. I said, you know what I mean.
Yes.
And I start doing this.
Yeah.
So, you know, are you attracted to men? Like what? I said, okay, come on. And I started stuttering. I said, do you practice homosexuality? He said, practice like a piano. I said, what is this guy doing? Where are we at? This is off script. This is not what we're supposed to be saying. And I said, do you like men? And he said, yes. Yeah. And I sat there, and he had people with him, and they almost died. I almost died, but the cameras are rolling, and I'm going, oh my God, this is not where. And he said, yeah. And Tony was tired. He was tired of hiding. And he was tired of making excuses. And he was tired of not being able to be himself. That's why he kept doing what he was doing. And that's why he kept going into churches and wearing bell bottoms and wearing eyeliner and bobs in his videos. He kept doing it. He kept pushing it. And so he finally just came out. He was like, I'm over it. So when the interview was over and the cameras were off, I said, Tony, what's happening? He said, I'm tired.
Wow.
Let it be. Let it be. His people were like, Tony, no. He was like, let it be. I'm tired.
He told me that he told you or you told him that it wasn't going to run it. Because didn't a bishop call you?
That's not true. See, that's all. And I'll tell Tony to his face, that's a lie. So he told somebody in an interview, he said, I didn't want it to air, and I had Bishop, he mentioned a bishop name, Wagner, call her. Bishop Wagner has never called me. I don't even know who Wagner is. Wagner never called me. What happened was, months went by, and Tony called me. He said, is it about to air? I said, yeah. It's going to air in about the next 2 weeks. He was like, I don't think it should. I said, why? He said, my people are saying that it's going to mess with my money. I said, well, what do you want? Tell me what you want. I mean, I don't care. Just, it's cool. I said, you sure? Yeah, I'm good. I said, all right. And we hung up. That was the conversation. Wow. But he goes and says now that Bishop Wagner called me. Now, Tony did call me. And we did talk about it. But he said, it's my people who are saying that it's going to mess with my money.
Yeah. So that's why you said you feel like he was tired. I agree with that.
I never would have aired it if Tony said, Lex, please don't. Yeah. It's going to kill me. Yeah. Tony never said that.
Well, I don't know how come. I
wouldn't do that.
When one person is saying one thing, another person another thing.
Why would I try to bring you on my show to save your money, and then if you call me telling me it's going to kill my money, first of all, I didn't put any words in Tony's mouth.
Yeah.
Tony said himself, yes, he started playing the game with me. and so I'm sitting there going, no, you weren't supposed to say that. Yeah. But anyway.
Well, see, that's the same thing. I don't know how you can repair that. Because like with me, what he says happened or I said didn't occur. So you don't really know how to fix that.
Yeah, I don't fix it.
But from what I know about
there's nothing to fix.
I remember because when I first came to Word Network, you were doing something else. You were doing hair. You were selling hair.
Selling hair, yeah.
And I know you're a businesswoman. Yeah. And you always think about the business and the money. So I fully 100% believe that you were doing that show to help him.
I don't mess with people's money.
Yeah.
I don't. Look at my track record. With I went off on Karn because he's messing with Leandria's money.
That's right.
You don't mess with people's money. And if I do, I've always been a bridge to get people money. I promote black businesses. I get on, I talk about other people's stuff and promote their stuff. I would never, ever mess with nobody's money.
And your track record speaks of that from my experience in dealing with you.
Yeah.
and then watch you online with Geek Cosmetics.
Yeah.
And what else, other than Geek, what else you do? Because you don't do the hair no more?
No. I'm out the hair
You only
game.
do Geek Cosmetics.
Geek Cosmetics, yes.
And you be doing somebody's clothes? You always modeling?
I was modeling for a couple of boutiques, but
Okay.
I'm not doing that right
You're
now.
not in that contract no more.
No, not in that contract no more. Huh? We're not doing that right now.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, I want to get your point of view
Yeah.
on a few things that are happening presently.
Yeah.
But before we do that, I want all of you that are my beautiful chocolate and even the vanilla women that watch this platform to support her business. Because
Yeah.
Lexi's always doing that for other people.
Yeah.
So I want you to do it for her. Put the banner up. We won't be able to see it, but put the banner up for Geek Cosmetics.
Geek Cosmetics.
Geek Cosmetics.
GEAT Cosmetics.
Oh, we can't
Yep.
see it.
Yes.
GEAT Cosmetics. Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
.com. And she got these fire t-shirts.
Ah, yes, God. The
You
girls are
said, I
sitting up.
thought you was booted. You look like Titty now.
It's a lot. I'm a lot of woman. I'm a lot of woman, Larry. I am.
Okay, so my best friend is here, Shamako, and he has on her shirt. So he's gonna come over here and show you how it looks on a man. 'Cause this is the way it looks on a woman.
This is the V-neck.
Yeah.
That's the crew neck.
He has it on the crew neck.
Yeah.
No, model the shirt, not you.
Yes.
Okay, but I like this one. It's at peace.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm at peace.
I absolutely love that.
I'm at peace.
Y'all let us know in the chat what you think of it.
Yeah.
At peaceshop.com. Go and pick it up. I'm asking you, you guys, this platform, you remember Paula Brown, Roy Brown's wife? When he died, they kicked her out of the house. Pilgrim Assembly's church. We had her on in like 48 hours, we raised her $50,000.
Praise God.
We done something with Carlton Pearson in 24 hours.
Really?
Yes. So
That's my dude.
yeah. So I know you guys are rich. So I want,
yeah.
so I
Come
want
on.
all of you to support this black business
Please do.
owner, a mother of one, single, widowed mother of
Yeah.
one who
Yeah.
has a business.
Yeah.
Geek Cosmetics.
That's right.
And at peaceshop.com. Now, let me ask you.
I'm
this.
at peace because I know, Larry, that, and we've talked about a lot of things tonight, but I am good to people.
You are.
And I have a reputation in this industry. People rock with me because I always tell the truth. It may be hard, but I always tell the truth. And I'm for you. I'm always for you. My name, Alexis, means defender of all mankind. I defend my friends. That's why I had Tony on my show. I defend those I love. And so when Tony came out and did that and then blamed me for his career being over, but see, I'm not the first person he did that to.
No.
You know,
That's right.
and that's unfortunate. At first I was hurt that he would do that, but that's the story he's telling. And when people go back and watch it, they go,
Yeah,
that wasn't Lexi. That wasn't her.
It definitely wasn't on
Yeah,
you.
so.
And because of you being so honest about your opinion is the reason why I want to ask you a few questions. But before we do that,
Oh,
I
Jesus.
mentioned you about being widowed.
Yeah.
Now, I did not know that. That's new information
What
for
were
me.
you talking about?
I didn't know it. I
You didn't know that?
I found out like 2 years ago. I did not know that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Because see, I remember when I moved to Atlanta in 2015, somewhere between 15 and 16, you were engaged. And there was a party. Wait a minute, why your face do that?
Oh,
Lexi?
Jesus Christ.
There's a party that was out of the country, and you invited me that I can come, but I didn't come, but it ended up being called off. So did that happen once or twice?
Larry Reid.
I need to know.
I have called off a couple of engagements.
But number one, why? The first one.
The first one, and he's probably watching, the first one was his fault, and he will admit it. The closer we got to the wedding date, he just started sabotaging it, just started coming up with arguments and all of that, and he wasn't ready.
Yeah. Okay.
And he admits that to this day, and we are the best of friends.
That is Excellent.
We're like you and your ex. We are the best of friends.
That is really good.
Yeah.
I don't like for her to be called my ex, but this is
Okay.
the mother of my
The
children.
mother of your children.
That's right.
Yeah.
The queen of the family.
The queen.
Yeah.
That's right.
Now, that was him.
Yeah.
Now, when was it called off? When was the engagement? When was it called off?
The last one?
The number one we're talking about now.
Oh, Jesus. What year was that?
Because you got engaged and then wedding was set. How far out from the wedding was it called off?
Oh, about 3 months.
Okay, that was good. But
Yeah.
that one like that. The second one.
Ooh, no.
Because we were all going.
Everything was paid for. Everything. We were going to Jamaica. Everything was done.
Destination wedding.
Destination wedding. And yeah, that went south.
That happened how many days out from?
About 30.
Wow.
I called it off.
Okay. You called this one off.
Absolutely.
Why?
It was a lot. It was, a lot of drinking.
Okay.
Told him to go to therapy.
Okay.
Coming in drunk to therapy.
Whoa.
And I said, I can't do it. Dealing with a lot of demons and of his past with his father and abuse. And
That would have been a mess for you.
abuse and things are deep, hard abuse. And I was trying to walk him through it. And in that time, and I tell women this all the time, you always think that you can fix somebody. And that was my claim to fame. I can fix it. I can do it. And I had to get therapy because I walked with and it messed me up because I walked with my husband through his darkest moments, dealing with a rare cancer. So I think now that I'm just going to help. I'm going to help. I'm a helper.
So do you think
It's stupid.
At that time in your life, do you think because you helped your husband in his passing with the cancer, do you think you was like looking for somebody else to fix?
I don't know. I think so. I think so.
Did you feel like you lost your husband, or did you lose your fight with the cancer your husband had?
This is what I know. I know that when I walked with my husband through that dark time, and when he died, I said, there's in my mind, I didn't say it out loud, but in my mind, I found this out in therapy, that I said, there's nobody else for me. There's nobody. There's nobody that's as good as him. It doesn't exist. It's done. It's done.
So you were happy.
I was thrilled.
How long were y'all together?
And if I talk about it too long, I will get,
You said anything. So let me ask you, how long were y'all together?
He was my best friend for 7 years.
Prior to the
Fred Hammond introduced me to him.
Wow.
He was my best friend. And, and Fred went to the church. And,
And then y'all got married.
And then we got married.
How long were you married?
5 years is all we got.
Wow. That's still a long time.
2.5 years in, my mother came to the house. We were having a Labor Day thing, and he was coughing. And my mom said, I don't like that coffee. But my mom's a doctor. Hey, Mom. And
they told me you came from money, so that was true.
Not money like that. Not money like that. No. We grew up in the hood.
Okay.
So
she heard the cough.
She heard the cough, and she said, I don't like the cough. Make an appointment. Made an appointment that week. He went, and I was waiting for him to come home, and I got a call. They kept him. They said, when they did a regular doctor's visit, they heard something on his lungs. So they sent him right to X-ray. X-ray saw something. That morphed into doing something. He never came home. He didn't come home that day. They wanted to do a biopsy because stuff was all around his lungs. And it was stage 4.
Whoa.
We're already in stage 4. And
Now, your son that's always on with you.
Yeah.
That's his father.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. So my son was 3. So 2.5 years we had blissful marriage, and the last 2.5 years we spent fighting the cancer.
Yeah.
And so my son was 3 when his dad died. Yeah. So he doesn't remember his dad.
Yeah. Wow. That is.
So I said, in myself, there's nobody. But
that makes sense, though. That is reasonable. A lot of times women that say there's nobody, it's not a story like this. That makes sense to me that you will resolve that.
Yeah. So I started so I would attach myself to stuff that wasn't the best for me.
To fix it.
And then say, well, this is good enough.
Yeah.
Because there'll never be another mic.
Now I've heard a lot.
So this is good enough. I'll deal with this. Knowing that, I can't do that. I can't, but I'm going to stay and I'm going to stick it out. And it was to my own demise. So I had to get therapy.
Do you think a lot of women do that?
All day long. All day. Because we believe, somebody has told us the lie that there's 12 women to every man, which is untrue. Those statistics are not real. There's 12 women to every man, so we take what we can get, and it's not true. And so so I dealt with those things, and now I don't do that. I see the red flags and I run. I don't do that anymore. I had to get therapy, and there's another thing that we do is we don't want to be alone. And so we'll just hold on to that's good enough. He's crazy at times, but that's all right. It's better than not having nothing. Yeah. And that's not true.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your eyes are beautiful.
Larry,
are they real?
If you want to touch me, just say it. Because you wouldn't got the hotel room. I get it. It's a setup. It's the underplay for the overplay.
You know what?
I get it. I was just waiting for it. I told you to touch it in the beginning so we can get it over with, and you wouldn't do it, and now you're leading into it, and it's, here it goes. Listen, you're warming me up.
No.
When these cameras go off, I'm gonna have to fight this nigga off. I already know. Go ahead.
Look, God, you crazy. Okay, now. I forgot what I was
My eyes are beautiful. You got caught up.
No,
you were going somewhere.
Else. Yeah.
Where were you going? Were you asking me a dating question? Look at your card. You got stuff on the card. Jesus Christ.
No.
Oh my God. I can't.
Okay, so at least when your eyes are real,
my eyes are real. Yes, it's real. But I have had surgery.
Where?
So I've had a breast reduction and lift.
Wait a minute. It was brought down to big still?
Oh my God. After my son, they were this big. I begged my husband.
What were they, like a D or? E?
What? They were ridiculous. I don't know what they were. They were just, and they were down here. No, I'm not being funny. I swear I'm not being funny. They were literally down here. And I used to talk to my late husband. I used to say, Mike, please, can we just save up some money? We were broke. We didn't have any money. I was like, babe, please, look at them. And he was like, I like them, but you got to pick them up to suck them. And what are we doing? And he was like, they're fine. And they weren't. And I had two stomachs. I asked him for a tummy tuck, and so he finally let me. That's good. Get some work done. So I have had work done. So don't get it twisted. But I'm not ashamed of it.
I gave that gift to the mother of my children.
Absolutely.
Because she pushed out 2 children.
Absolutely.
And I remember how her midsection looked.
It's a mess.
Yeah, and she was living with it, but I knew she wasn't happy, so I gave that to her as a gift.
And my thing is, I work out 5 days a week.
We see.
So I don't play with it, because you can have surgery, but I'm telling you, it will go away. It's a helping hand, but it's not a fix it.
So what are you now?
I'm a double D.
And oh yes, I had that messed up. Okay, so
I'm a double D.
But they still big.
Yeah, right.
But you don't have to wear a bra, do you?
No, they will sit up, but it's natural.
I'm gonna say something.
But it's natural.
I think that's what I want. I like that. You remember Katisha? She used to wear it's a girl we know. Used to wear her bra to bed all the time.
Oh God, I couldn't even imagine that.
For years.
Why?
Because now she can go, but because it trained them to where they always sit up even without a bra.
Oh, I'd be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, but she done that to get that.
Okay.
But I think that's a great gift for women to give themselves.
Absolutely.
Where they can sit up all the time.
Yes, and please and thank you. Yes, because they were down here. I'm telling you, ladies, it's the best gift that you can ever give yourself. If you're tired of being sick and tired, if that's something you want, don't let people talk about you. Get what you want, because listen, we're gonna lay this body down one day.
Yeah.
So just get it nipped and tucked and do all the things that you want to do for you.
Speaking of nip and tuck, that's what I like when I go to your page. You get a lot of femininity from you. With the cosmetics.
Oh, okay.
With the makeup. You go from blank face.
Yes, sir.
And you paint the entire face.
I think every woman should know how to fix themselves up at some point. You don't have to wear makeup every day. But if you're going to a celebration, we always have things we have to go to, big things, graduations, wedding receptions, or whatever. You should be able to, and as God is opening doors for you, you should be able to beat your face and not have to call a makeup artist, because sometimes, and spend all that money. No, know how to do it. So I teach people.
All this yourself?
Yeah, I do my own makeup.
Do you know how many times I have to have makeup artists here for my guests?
Oh, sure.
And you just came in looking like this.
Yeah, I learned how to do it, and I teach people how to do it. Yeah.
That's good. You should get a Patreon.
Okay.
And versus giving it free on IG, and just teach women how to apply.
Absolutely. What is that? Velvet? Yes. Yes.
Right. Okay. All right. We almost done.
We almost done?
We're almost done.
I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. I hope I didn't tell too much. Did I tell too much?
No, you did. This is your great. I told them.
Did I tell too
how
much?
I do my interviews is a conversation, absolutely. Meaning they get to eavesdrop on us just talking. Because that's the only way I know how to do. Because that's how I like to connect with people.
Okay.
Now, Will and Jada, what is your opinion?
I think they're crazy as hell.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I think they're crazy as hell. Let me tell you something. We are not, and people, y'all can take this any way y'all want. We are not meant to be worshipped. And I think there's a level, Carlton Pearson always told me, there's a level that you can go to that's so high that the air is real thin up there, and weird things happen up there. I never forgot that. And I think when you get such a level of Hollywood, it can change you to where I look at Jada, I don't see the same person that I saw when she first started. She doesn't look the same. Something has changed. When I see Will Smith, he doesn't look the same as he did and we all evolve as we get older, but there's something different that has happened. And with years and years of somebody saying, "Oh God, you're so great. Oh God, I just love you. Oh God, oh my God, your movies. Oh my God, you're such a great actor. You're such a great actress." And it's always around you. And it's yes, 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 all the time. And it's never anybody opposing your views at all. After 20, 30 years of that, you become different and you become changed. And you start accepting beliefs and systems that you wouldn't before.
You're describing every major mega church pastor.
I believe that.
Yeah. And that began to happen to me. I changed my ministry because nobody was calling my name. I never heard my name. It was always Apostle Reid, Dr. Reid, Prophet Reid.
So imagine what it is on that level where the whole world knows who you are. You go into different countries, Belgium and all that, and they know you and they bow down to you. You change, you get, know.
Because they're bowing down to their image. But that's what people do with pastors. We don't hear our name called. We're always praised for what we do. And then if something happens psychologically, it's almost like a dissociative disorder, where your core self disassociate from the self that people know and praise.
That's right. So you can punch somebody on national television live and you're not with the person and check out.
Because she said, I did not, he had used the term wife for me in years.
I believe it. And it's not that I believe that Jada is lying. I actually believe that the things she said are truth.
Yeah. At first, when I first heard it, I felt sorry for Will, because I can tell Will loves her. And the way a man's heart is, we may fall in love twice in our life, but you don't fall in love the same way. So that's how men are. They don't tell women that, but it's the truth.
Wow.
I fell in love with the mother of my children. I didn't even know that I was in love until we divorced.
Wow.
Because I let out this sound and hit the floor. And I was saying to myself, what's wrong with you? What's going on?
Wow.
And I was feeling a pain. And I didn't even, this is after. That's so crazy.
Yeah.
But that's, men, you guys mature emotionally. Your intelligence is just so magnificent. And then you got the intuition thing. We do not have that naturally. We only get that through prayer, counsel, meditation, book reading, mentorship. And that is what I was paying attention to. I said, Will really loves her. But with her, there was something weird. But then I found out that Will cheated a lot on her. And they went through a lot of changes. So she went into whatever this thing is that she's
Whatever
in
it
now,
is.
and she's still trying to process some things. It's very interesting.
I think it's all weird. It's just all weird. It's just everybody. I just can't.
You're from Detroit. You cannot leave without you talking about, what do you think about Denise Clark and the Clark sisters? When she came out on my show, nobody had heard from her for 30-something years.
Oh, yeah.
4 interviews we did, and they were like, there were people like, we didn't even know.
Oh, my
we
God.
We always wonder where that 5th person was.
Yeah.
What did you think of that? What do you think of their relationship?
I don't think anything of it. I don't think anything of it. I know Jackie, I know Dorinda, and I know Karen.
Yeah.
I don't know Twinkie as much.
Right.
And they are the best. Yeah. They are the best. I love them. I love Bishop Sheard.
I do too.
They are the Bishop Sheard is the greatest. He speaks to everybody. He takes time to hug and takes time. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so they're good people. I don't know Denise. I don't know, but every family got one.
You know what?
Every family has one. We got one.
I know we have one.
We got one.
Let me tell you the thing. I don't know. But you know what? I hate to say this.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. But when I first heard her story, of course my heart is going out to her. But then I had to work with her because I was going to fund a project for her to put out music.
You was going to fund something? Why?
Because we hadn't heard from her. Denise can sing.
But what does it have to do with you? Why are you funding it?
Because she couldn't fund it.
You fund mine, nigga. You funding Denise. You don't even know her.
But I wanted to do it.
Why?
Me and my sister was saying Clark sister stuff for years, so I just wanted to do it. And then working.
So weird.
Working her with that. How's it weird? Now you said earlier my heart was big. Now which one is
it's big, but what? You don't even know her. You don't even know she's crazy. What if she's crazy?
I found that out. I hate to say crazy, but it was too much. It was too much. I'm like, and then she was switching on me, saying I said stuff I didn't say. I'm like, I understand why. And it cost me.
If they do it to their family, you ain't got nothing coming.
And it cost me my relationship with Dorinda because we had a relationship, texting back and forth.
Really?
Yeah, and that like severed it.
But Dorinda's sweet, so she would take you back.
I don't know about that. But it doesn't matter. I'm fine being a fan. I was a fan all these years.
Yeah.
I went to go see them the other day, the reunion tour.
But see, that looked a little messy, though. That looked a little messy if you're trying to do an album for, what's her name, Denise?
Denise.
Yeah, that looks a little, it's like, stay out of it.
Yeah, but
stay out of it. Leave it alone.
But I was a fan. I'm not doing that now, but that was in 2018 or 19.
Really?
Me and Brian Andrew Wilson, we were going to do it together.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but anyway, that's that.
You've had a life, brother.
Yeah.
You got some stories.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
my God.
I went to the reunion tour. Have you been yet?
I'm going Thursday.
Listen. Oh, you're 20. You're going to be at that one. That's down the street from my house.
Okay.
But that tour is the best.
Really?
The absolute best. If they all be there, you get the experience like it. Everybody was there.
Okay.
For the one in Atlanta.
Okay.
The absolute best gospel concert.
Yeah, it was a great idea. It was a great idea.
And if memory serves me correct, as a Clark sister fan,
okay,
they've never been on a major tour produced by Live Nation. They haven't had that kind of production.
Never.
But they were ready.
And they ready for it.
In the 60s and 70s.
I love it. I love it.
They were
sharp.
They were the star of the show.
Sharp and on point.
What do you think? We all went. To me, and I may be biased because I'm a Clark sister fan.
Yeah.
They were the star of the show.
I love it. I love it.
It's the best gift Kurt Franklin could ever give them.
I love it.
You're gonna terribly enjoy it.
Okay.
To the fact where I'm taking my stakeholders, my highest donors in my ministry to the LA show. I'm taking about 20 of them.
Really?
And got me a box of, them sweets. And we're going to eat.
You're paying?
Drink. We'll eat.
How much money do you have? Because I'm just, do I need to sleep with you? Is that a thing? I mean, let me know. Because it just seems you're throwing out some things and you're wearing these crazy boots that look expensive. And these Michael Jackson pants.
Oh, Lord.
And I just want to be down. And your chain, I know it's real. I know it is. And so how can I be down? What do I need to do? And the jacket looks extremely expensive. I don't know what's happening. And you got the rings on both of the pinkies. Larry, what do I need to do to be saved? What must I do?
Okay, Lexi, believe it or not.
What?
I am in love with people. It's just simple as that.
Oh, okay.
That's it. So I don't. You would think that when somebody come from where I come from, poor, and living in my car, to where I'm at now, that I will be stingy. I love touching people's life with comedy and talk, but also doing something for them. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of emails from a whole lot of different people, but that's not going to work.
What?
Asking for stuff. I get that all the time. Because they see me. His birthday, one time, we were friends for 27 years, so I gave him $27,000. They saw me go and buy him a car. I bought everybody around me Mercedes. So but they didn't ask for that. And then when I had nothing, so I don't forget that. I'm never going to forget that.
Wow.
So it's that's just me. I retired my parents.
How did the you that I'm seeing is different from the you that, like, you're sweet.
I am sweet.
No, you're not. There was another guy that was.
Oh, you remember him, Vincent? Yeah, that was.
No, I'm talking about you.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Your alter ego. There's another guy, but I'm not seeing him right now.
I get what you're saying. Well,
what the hell is happening?
I'm gonna have a good time. I am strict when it comes to business. You said what?
You was a pastor then.
I'm strict when it comes to business, and I don't play. But I love people. I mean, I'm raised in.
But there's two different yous.
I don't think it's
absolutely two different yous.
Latrell, you think it's two different people?
It's two. You can't ask the people that work for you.
I mean, no, she's a contractor. All of them are contractors.
You can't ask the people that you gave Mercedes to.
I didn't give her Mercedes. Latrell, am I two different people? I got my own Mercedes. Well, do you think I'm two different people?
I'm seeing somebody totally different.
Do I think you're two different people?
Yeah. Oh, she's thinking.
And the pause. And the pause.
There's a little pause
No,
there.
because there's the person that deals with, like you said, business.
Yeah.
And then there's the friend.
Yeah. I'm a great friend.
But I'm seeing a different you tonight.
Maybe it's because my clips, we choose clips that people like mess, they like funny, foolishness. So the clips we choose that go viral are normally me doing that. Like, there's some clips, and here we're gonna pull out. It's gonna make it look like the interview was one way.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because we both are frank.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
But that's just business. Okay. And this is my lead. People can probably appreciate my heart now, but they want to see the funny and the mess. That's what they like. But
he's not like that, folks. He's I'm saying
well, my people know that. My people, the thousands in Patreon, they know me.
Wow.
But the people out here, they don't know me.
Wow.
But I'm still that person. I cut up. I like to laugh. I'm inappropriate.
You are inappropriate.
Wrong.
You are so wrong. So wrong. So terribly wrong.
But that's not the majority of my personality.
Okay.
It's not.
Wow.
Lexi, this conversation was so good. I think I've asked you everything.
Have you asked me everything? Are you sure?
One last thing I didn't ask you.
Oh, Jesus.
Do you still work for the Word Network?
No.
Now, you know the big thing between Kevin Adele and George Bloomer.
Yeah, I was there.
Wait, you were there?
I was there.
Okay, so
I was in my office.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Did you think George Bloomer overreacted?
I would have handled it differently.
Okay.
I would have handled it differently.
All right.
Because remember, I brought George in. And so when George went absolutely left, and I would have did it. I would have handled it totally different.
Right. For those of you that do not know,
I wouldn't have did that.
Kevin Adele. This is how I got it. Kevin Adele doodled a blackface sentence to George, and this became a big thing. I covered it here. There was a boycott, and people started watching the network, and it started to go down. So we were involved. We called this platform called the boycott. Now, that's what we're talking about, and the boss is a white Jew. So you feel as though he could have handled.
I just wouldn't have. I wouldn't have done all of the interviews and done all that. I just wouldn't have done it.
Right.
I would have did something else. I probably.
He's doing that.
Yeah, I would have handled it in another way
Their mediation. Right?
There you go. That I would have handled it that way.
Yeah.
I ain't for a bunch of talk.
He didn't settle what he offered.
Yeah, I'm not a whole bunch of talk. I don't do a whole bunch of talk.
Yeah.
And so I know the owner very, 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 very well. So I know what to do, and I wouldn't have done that.
Oh.
But that's George. George got to do what he got to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Was it difficult for you to stay there after everybody started leaving?
No.
As long as your check was coming, you didn't.
I didn't. There was so much stuff that I understood everything that was going on. So no, it wasn't hard. There's so many stories, and it wasn't hard because we knew what was going on. Okay. So.
Well, that's it. There ain't nothing else to ask.
Are you sure?
Everything. This is everything on my thing. I doodled out. Denise and Nicosh, we need to a Brian. Engagement 2 times.
And that's so. An engagement 2 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
But what I want you guys to do, because we're ending, I want you to patronize Geek Cosmetics.
Yes, please.
And make sure you come to Michael, please. And at peace. I really like this. And with everything going on with Palestine and Israel, I think we all should get this and remain at peace.
Got to.
In the center of our humanity, stay in peace.
That's right.
At peaceshop.com.
That's it.
And then also Geek. We'll do a close-up on Lexi's face.
Oh, come on.
Geek. Geek Cosmetics.
Get into it.
Look.
I need you to get into it.
It's that camera right there.
With the red on it? Yes.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my
Lexi,
goodness.
It was so good having you here. I'm glad you were a yes.
Okay.
Now, what I would love, because on this soundstage we can record segments and play them on our platform.
Okay. I
love the Holy Ghost enforcers.
Oh, Jesus.
And I also love
my girl Pam,
the white when you play the white worship leader.
Yeah.
When you say he's amazing. Yeah.
He's so amazing. He's amazing. So amazing. I'm going to have a movie on Tubi. I'm going to have the Holy Ghost enforcers. I'm going to do all my characters, Lena, the drunk sister.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's going to be like a nutty professor type of
you can
90-minute.
You can do that.
Yeah, all me on Tubi. We're filming it.
I'm so glad to hear
in the spring.
That needs to happen.
Okay.
I will probably download Tubi.
Okay.
That needs to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm writing
That's
it now.
Talent.
I'm writing it now. Yeah, I'm writing it now. Me and my girl Tisha.
And what's Mother? Is Mother Turner?
Mother Walker. I'm Mother Walker,
right.
and Pam is Mother Turner.
Right.
Yeah.
I love Mother Walker.
Praise God. Hallelujah. Put your tight pants on and your rubber shoes. You got your rubber shoes on. Oh, what do we have here? It's a den of sin. Ishkatai.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some
fun. You are so talented.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. Oh, that's Lena's. I don't know, but we really need to celebrate you for real. I mean, because we do not have a lot of us in the church. Both of us are gospel artists. Both of us do comedy.
Yeah.
Both of us do talk shows.
Yeah.
That you should be celebrated. And Lexi can sing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Have you heard her?
Thank you.
Lexi can sing.
Thank you.
Now, you know I'm going to have to do this before we go. You got to sing a little bit. Just look. Just a little. You get it up on Lexi. Your camera is here. Lexi, there's a lot going on in the world. There's something you can sing to us. One of your singles.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. You put me on the spot.
Yes. I'm doing Larry Robinson singing on the spot.
You sing first. Give me something. Give me something. Give me a song. And I, what was it? Won't be silent. I will always worship you as long as I am breathing. I will always worship you. is that the song?
I love it.
And I will not be silent. I will always worship you as long as I am breathing. I will always worship you.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now that's soprano.
Okay.
You're
I'm an alto.
You are a soprano.
Okay.
You're a lazy soprano.
I am a lazy. I could never be a soprano in Ricky Diller's choir.
I mean, a lot of sopranos can't.
Yeah, I can't do it because they sing high.
No, but I've heard you sing way up there.
I know. I sang soprano for Fred in Radical for Christ, and he had us up there.
Yeah,
that's true.
So why you messing with it like that? You ain't nobody's alto.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you even talk like a soprano.
Really?
Really?
I say alto, so y'all won't expect too much of me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have had Lexi Allen on the show.
This was so much fun.
Show your support, GeekCosmetics.com.
Yeah, go to it.
And then also at peaceshop.com.
Yes.
All right. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click like and hit share before you leave. Bye.
Bye, y'all. Be at peace. Did I?
Multimedia personality, comedic commentator, songwriter, recording artist, spiritual leader, author, and actor. Larry D. Reid is the founder of the MBN Network, owner of LDR Enterprises based out of Atlanta, Georgia, and the spiritual leader of the Reformation Church of Atlanta. You can catch Larry Reid on the BET Plus original series Kingdom Business and on American Gangsta Track Queens. Streaming online at BET.plus. Join with people from around the world praying 15 minutes every Tuesday and Thursday morning at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time by calling 667-770-1402, code 974-8029 #.